Her name is Hannah. She is 14 years old, but you would not know it by seeing her. She looks like a toddler. She's probably about a little over 2.5, maybe 3 feet tall, and she's as big as she's going to get. She's nonverbal. She can't walk. She has a very rare syndrome called OFD type 1, orofacial digital syndrome, which it took 10 days for them to be able to diagnose because it only happens in 1 out of every 250,000 baby girls. The only studies that they've done on it are in Milan, Italy, because with there being so few cases, Hannah was the 161st case in the world. There's not a profitability to find out about cures or anything like that for so few. So Milan, Italy did the only study. That's how we ended up finding out and being able to diagnose what she has. But she's got the most extreme case of it. It's very difficult for her to communicate when something's wrong, if she's feeling hurt, if she's sad. So it's frustrating for her, but she needs one-on-one medical care pretty much 24 hours a day. But she's an amazing, resilient little girl. She's very happy. She laughs. She enjoys, Baby Einstein videos, and she enjoys music, and she loves song, and she loves her siblings, who are absolutely amazing to her. So she's a very inspiring little girl, but she's also got some difficulties going through life. But, you've got a great community in the North Country where resources are available to help out families with children like this, which is one of the main reasons that my wife and I love the North Country, because of all the resources that are available for her. So she's incredible, and with the OFD, one step further, 1 out of 3 don't make it past the first year. They don't live. She was born in St. Pete at the All Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg, Florida, and spent 23 days in the NICU. They sent her home on hospice, and the doctor said, just enjoy the quality of time that you have with her. Like, they basically said that she wasn't going to make it. So they had a feeding tube in her, and when she passed her G-tube feeding test at 5 months, that was like a huge, huge milestone. And once she passed that, they took her off hospice, which was incredible. And Molly and I were over, because she was our first. And then once she reached her first birthday, which was another milestone, she just kept passing milestones. She's a fighter. She's just like a little fighter. In this day and age, social media, I think, is so important for families not to be isolated and not to feel like you're all alone in this. If you have a child with special needs, it makes your lives harder, a little bit more difficult. It's well worth it, the payoff, because of your child, but it makes it harder. What social media does is it connects you with other families that are going through the exact same things that you're going through. So when you're able to connect, when you're able to network with people like that, and to trade stories, sometimes just trading stories and being able to vent, it's just getting it off your chest. It's such a big weight that can be lifted off your shoulders, because it's hard for parents and for couples to go through this and to not be able to share and to not be able to network. So to find other people going through the same things that you're going through, it's really, well, I'm searching for the word, but it's therapeutic, but it's also just kind of a relief to be able to have those resources available to you. I would encourage it for the exact same reason. If you're a parent of a child with special needs, or you're somebody that works with a child with special needs. You could be a one-on-one aide through the school system. You could be a therapist for physical therapy or speech therapy or occupational therapy, or you could be somebody that works at the DPAO, or you could be somebody that works at NERCL, you could be somebody that works at ARC, you could be somebody that has answers that you can provide for a family that has a child. It's like having that reservoir of people that are available to be able to get that knowledge across and to help a family that might not know. We've done a lot of stuff with the DPAO, which is a wonderful organization. Their respite program there is bar none tops that I've ever seen in any market that we've been in. And being in radio, you bounce around a lot. It's phenomenal. And there are a lot of families that don't know about it. They're hesitant to take their child there. You kind of You worry about leaving your child in the care of somebody else. I've talked with a lot of families that, you move in, you get a lot of military that come here, they're new to the area, that are like, well, I have my reservations about taking my child here, but after seeing what they've done for our daughter, seeing how happy she is when she goes there, it's just, being able to have that knowledge and drop that knowledge on somebody that doesn't know, somebody that's new to the area, it's important. It really is, because sometimes you don't get those mental breaks when you have a child, and we're lucky because Hannah has a lot of limitations, but she's not, she's not going through some of the other syndromes or problems to where, it could be a bit more physically taxing, and she's littler, so it makes it a little bit easier. So it's like there's a trade-off. There's some difficulties, there's some hardships, but there's also some things that we have easier than other families have. But being able to trade information with families, being able to help other families ease into the situation here and know how great the North Country is, it's good to be able to do those kind of things.